Life moves quickly, often throwing challenges our way that test our patience, resilience, and peace of mind. How can we maintain inner calm and positivity amid life's chaos? The wisdom of Buddhism offers profound insights into achieving this balance. In this video, we will dive deep into practical steps rooted in Buddhist philosophy to help you stay calm and positive in any situation. Together, we'll explore mindfulness, gratitude, self-compassion, and other transformative practices, each supported by real-life examples and timeless Buddhist stories. Step 1. Stay positive through mindfulness. Mindfulness is one of the core principles of Buddhism, helping individuals maintain peace and positivity in life. The Buddha taught that the mind is a powerful tool that shapes how we perceive the world around us. Therefore, staying positive through mindfulness is an essential journey to control thoughts and emotions, thereby building a more serene life. Mindfulness is not merely about awareness, but also about deeply focusing on the present, freeing the mind from the constraints of the past or vague worries about the future. The mind can be likened to a garden, where every thought is a seed. If we plant seeds of positivity, the garden will flourish with vibrant blooms and vitality. Conversely, if negative thoughts take root, they will quickly grow into weeds, suffocating joy and hope. Mindfulness is the act of tending to this mental garden, ensuring it is nourished with healthy, wholesome, and loving thoughts. This practice not only fosters positivity but also equips us to face life's challenges with grace and resilience. The story of the monk who broke a bowl provides a vivid illustration of this philosophy. When the bowl accidentally shattered, the monk chose to pause, take a deep breath, and say to himself, "The bowl is already broken." This simple statement carries profound meaning, reminding us of the impermanence of all things. Acceptance in this context is not resignation but a manifestation of wisdom, enabling us to avoid being consumed by unnecessary negative emotions. Instead, the monk focused on the present moment, liberating himself from suffering caused by what had already passed. In everyday life, we can incorporate mindfulness through small yet meaningful actions. For instance, during a meal, take time to savor the flavors and textures of the food instead of letting your mind wander to unrelated thoughts. Or, when feeling stressed, pause, take a deep breath, and concentrate on the rhythm of your breathing, sensing the air as it moves through your body. These practices, though simple, are powerful in training the mind to appreciate the present moment and reducing needless anxiety. It is essential to understand that mindfulness is not a static state, but an ongoing process that requires consistent practice. Initially, it may be challenging to keep the mind focused on the present, as it often tends to wander into the past or future. However, much like caring for a garden, persistence and conscious effort will help us master our thoughts, preventing negative ones from taking root and thriving. Mindfulness is also a tool to learn how to let go of things that no longer serve us. Clinging to the past or worrying about the future only increases pressure and suffering. Instead, focus on mastering the present moment, the only time we truly have control over. Mindfulness not only brings peace, but also enables us to approach life with optimism and strength, no matter what challenges lie ahead. In summary, staying positive through mindfulness is an art of living that everyone can learn and apply. From accepting life's impermanence, as exemplified by the monk in the broken bowl story, to simple practices like focusing on one's breath, mindfulness helps us cultivate a strong, loving, and peaceful mind. With patience and determination, mindfulness becomes a reliable companion, guiding us through the storms of life with clarity and calm. Step 2. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is a profound spiritual strength. capable of countering negative emotions and bringing balance to the soul. In Buddhist philosophy, gratitude is not limited to appreciating material possessions, but extends to recognizing the deep interconnectedness of all things in life. From the smallest blessings, like a gentle breeze or the morning sun, to meaningful relationships and experiences, gratitude opens a new perspective, helping us discover joy even in the most challenging circumstances. Gratitude is not an inherent state, but a practice that must be nurtured and cultivated. The Buddha emphasized that gratitude enriches the heart and transforms the way we approach life. Instead of focusing on scarcity or hardship, gratitude enables us to recognize and appreciate what we already have, no matter how simple or modest. This shift in perception moves the mind from negativity to positivity, from a sense of lack to one of abundance. The story of the Buddha and the generous farmer illustrates the power of gratitude. Despite living in material poverty, the farmer felt content with what he had and shared his humble meal with the Buddha. In response, the Buddha praised him, saying, "Your gratitude has made you richer than kings." Through this story, we learn that true wealth lies not in the accumulation of possessions, but in the ability to cherish and be thankful for what we have. Gratitude is not merely a feeling, but also a practice. One simple way to cultivate gratitude is by writing down things you are thankful for each day. This exercise does not require grand gestures. Small moments, like a kind word, a peaceful afternoon, or a gentle rain, are enough to fill the mind with positivity. This act of recording gratitude not only preserves beautiful memories, but also heightens our awareness of the blessings in life, gradually turning gratitude into a natural habit. Over time, practicing gratitude becomes instinctive, improving not only our mood, but also building a positive and optimistic outlook on life. When gratitude becomes central to our awareness, we are less likely to be drawn into cycles of envy, dissatisfaction, or unnecessary sadness. Instead, we will feel a sense of fulfillment from the simple things around us, the connection with nature, people, and the world. Gratitude is also a bridge that connects people. When we are grateful, we naturally recognize the value of relationships and acts of kindness. A sincere thank you or a small gesture of reciprocation not only warms the heart of the recipient, but also nurtures compassion and kindness within ourselves. This creates a positive cycle, spreading joy and meaning from individuals to the community. Ultimately, gratitude is not only a way to live better, but also the key to unlocking sustainable happiness. Rather than chasing distant desires, gratitude redirects us to the present, encouraging us to cherish what we already have. As a result, the mind is freed from unnecessary pressures, bringing inner peace and the ability to embrace everything in life with an open heart. Step 3. Speak kindly to yourself. The words we speak to ourselves carry immense power, shaping our thoughts, emotions, and ultimately, our actions. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and patience that we would offer to a close friend. This principle invites us to examine how we communicate with ourselves, particularly in moments of failure or self-doubt, and to replace harsh inner criticism with supportive and encouraging affirmations. When negative self-talk arises, it is vital to pause and reflect on its validity. A simple yet transformative exercise is to ask yourself, would I say this to a friend? Often, the answer is no. The unkind words we direct inwardly are ones we would never dream of saying to someone we care about. Recognizing this disparity allows us to reframe these thoughts. Instead of telling ourselves, "I always fail," or "I'm not good enough," we can adopt affirmations like, "I am doing my best," or "mistakes are part of the learning process." This shift not only fosters self-compassion, but also cultivates resilience and a growth mindset. A story from the Buddha's teachings illustrates the profound impact of self-compassion. A young disciple was disheartened by repeated failures, feeling overwhelmed by self-criticism. Observing this, the Buddha posed a simple yet poignant question: if a traveler falls, would you scold them for trying to stand again? The disciple realized the absurdity of his harsh self-judgment and resolved to face his challenges with greater understanding and patience. This story highlights that, just as we encourage others to persevere, we must extend the same grace and encouragement to ourselves. Practicing self-compassion requires intentional effort, especially in a world that often prioritizes perfection over progress. A practical way to nurture this mindset is through loving-kindness meditation. This practice involves visualizing yourself as a friend deserving of love and support. As you meditate, repeat phrases such as, "May I be happy," "May I be free from suffering," and "May I be at peace." Over time, these affirmations become ingrained, shifting the way you perceive and treat yourself. Moreover, self-compassion does not imply self-indulgence or the avoidance of responsibility. Instead, it serves as a foundation for constructive self-improvement. By approaching our shortcomings with kindness rather than judgment, we create a safe mental space to acknowledge and address them. This supportive inner dialogue motivates us to learn from our mistakes and strive for growth without the burden of self-condemnation. The impact of self-compassion extends beyond the individual, influencing how we interact with others. When we practice kindness toward ourselves, we naturally become more empathetic and understanding toward those around us. The patience and gentleness cultivated internally ripple outward, enhancing our relationships and fostering a more harmonious environment. Self-compassion is especially crucial in moments of vulnerability or difficulty. Life's challenges often trigger self-doubt and harsh inner dialogue, which can exacerbate feelings of inadequacy or failure. In such times, pausing to acknowledge your efforts and intentions can be profoundly healing. Remind yourself that imperfection is a shared human experience, not a personal flaw. This perspective fosters a sense of connection and belonging, reducing the isolation that often accompanies self-criticism. In essence, speaking kindly to yourself is not a luxury but a necessity for emotional and mental well-being. It transforms the way you navigate life's ups and downs, enabling you to approach challenges with courage and optimism. By integrating self-compassion into daily life, whether through reframing negative thoughts, practicing loving-kindness meditation, or drawing inspiration from Buddhist teachings, you cultivate a mindset that supports growth, resilience, and inner peace. This practice empowers you to be your own ally, offering the encouragement and love that every individual deserves. Step 4. Care for your body as a temple. In Buddhism, the body is regarded as a sacred temple that houses the soul, a vessel that must be nurtured and respected. Caring for one's physical health is not merely a pursuit of well-being but a foundational practice that supports mental and emotional balance. When the body is treated with reverence, the mind finds stability, creating a harmonious connection between the physical and spiritual realms. This perspective emphasizes that the body is not separate from the mind but an integral part of the whole being, requiring deliberate care and mindfulness. A story from Buddhist teachings illustrates the profound relationship between physical and mental balance. A monk, tasked with carrying water daily, used a bamboo pole and buckets to transport his load. A villager, observing his meticulous effort to maintain balance, asked why he was so careful. The monk replied, "Balance in my body creates balance in my mind." This statement encapsulates the essence of how physical equilibrium reflects and influences mental stability. The monk's approach demonstrates that even routine physical activities can be opportunities to cultivate mindfulness and foster inner peace. Physical care begins with the basics: balanced nutrition, regular movement, and adequate rest. Nutrition is more than simply consuming food. It is about consciously choosing what nourishes the body and sustains energy. A balanced diet provides the foundation for physical strength and mental clarity. Similarly, movement, whether through walking, stretching, or other forms of exercise, revitalizes the body and clears the mind. These activities do not need to be intense or time-consuming. The key lies in consistency and intention. Mindful walking is a particularly accessible practice that aligns with Buddhist principles. This involves walking slowly and deliberately, paying attention to each step and the sensations in the body. As the mind focuses on the rhythm of movement, it is gently anchored in the present moment, reducing mental clutter and fostering a sense of calm. Stretching, another simple yet powerful practice, releases tension stored in the body and promotes flexibility, which in turn encourages a more relaxed and focused state of mind. Rest is equally vital in maintaining the sacred balance of the body and mind. In the fast-paced demands of modern life, rest is often undervalued, yet it is essential for recovery and renewal. Sleep is not merely a physical necessity but a spiritual one, offering the mind a chance to reset and recharge. Incorporating restful moments throughout the day, such as meditation or quiet reflection, can also replenish mental energy and deepen one's connection to the present. The practice of caring for the body extends beyond physical routines to encompass a mindful and compassionate approach toward oneself. It involves listening to the body's needs and responding with kindness, rather than pushing it to its limits or neglecting its signals. This form of self-awareness fosters a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness between physical sensations and emotional states. For instance, recognizing how stress manifests in the body, whether through tight muscles or shallow breathing, creates an opportunity to address these symptoms through relaxation techniques or mindful breathing. Caring for the body as a temple also involves cultivating an attitude of gratitude for its capabilities and resilience, rather than focusing on imperfections or limitations. Acknowledging the body's role in supporting life and experience fosters a sense of appreciation and respect. This gratitude reinforces the commitment to treat the body with care, strengthening the relationship between physical health and spiritual well-being. Ultimately, the Buddhist view of the body as a sacred vessel encourages a holistic approach to health. By integrating practices like balanced nutrition, mindful movement, and restorative rest into daily life, one creates a foundation for harmony that transcends the physical. The balance achieved in the body radiates outward, influencing thoughts, emotions, and interactions with the world. This interconnected care nurtures not only physical vitality but also mental clarity and spiritual depth, fostering a life of peace and mindfulness. Step 5. Embrace change and try new things. Life is inherently impermanent, and resisting change only leads to unnecessary suffering. Buddhism teaches us to embrace impermanence and view change as a natural and valuable part of existence. Instead of clinging to stability, we are encouraged to see change as an opportunity for growth and transformation. By accepting impermanence, we free ourselves from the burden of fear and attachment, allowing us to navigate life with greater ease and openness. A well-known Buddhist parable about an overflowing cup beautifully illustrates the importance of an open mind when faced with change. In this story, a scholar visits a Zen master seeking wisdom. The master begins pouring tea into the scholar's cup, but does not stop even when the cup overflows. The scholar, bewildered, asks why he continues pouring. The master responds, "Your mind is like this cup. It is already full. Empty it, and you will learn." This story underscores the necessity of letting go of preconceived notions and creating space for new ideas and experiences. Without an open and adaptable mind, we cannot truly embrace change or the opportunities it brings. Accepting change also requires courage and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones. While familiarity feels safe, it often restricts our growth and limits our potential. By taking small, intentional steps toward change, we can begin to build resilience and adaptability. These steps need not be grand gestures. They can be as simple as trying a new route to work, experimenting with a different hobby, or learning a new skill. Each act of stepping into the unfamiliar helps to expand our horizons and develop a mindset that welcomes, rather than fears, change. One practical approach to embracing change is to reframe it as a learning experience. When we view change as an opportunity to gain new insights or skills, we shift our focus from fear and uncertainty to curiosity and possibility. For example, trying a new hobby might reveal hidden talents or passions, while learning a new skill can boost confidence and foster a sense of accomplishment. This reframing transforms change into a positive force that enriches our lives rather than a source of anxiety. Moreover, accepting impermanence helps us to let go of attachment. A core teaching in Buddhism, attachment often causes us to hold on to things, people, or situations that no longer serve us, leading to suffering when these inevitably change or fade. By practicing detachment and acknowledging the transient nature of all things, we cultivate a sense of freedom and inner peace. This practice does not mean we stop caring, but rather that we learn to appreciate the present without clinging to it. In doing so, we become more adaptable and resilient, better equipped to handle the uncertainties of life. In addition to fostering personal growth, embracing change can deepen our relationships with others. When we are open to change, we become more empathetic and understanding, recognizing that others, too, are navigating their own journeys of transformation. This openness allows us to connect more authentically, strengthening bonds and promoting mutual support. Ultimately, the Buddhist principle of accepting impermanence and trying new things is not just about coping with change, but thriving through it. By viewing change as an integral part of life, we learn to flow with its rhythm rather than resist it. This perspective enables us to approach each moment with curiosity, humility, and an open heart, fostering a life of continuous growth and discovery. Through small, consistent steps, we build a foundation of adaptability and resilience, empowering us to embrace life's ever-changing nature with grace and confidence. Step 6. Set achievable goals. Buddhism's middle path emphasizes the importance of balance, teaching us to avoid extremes in all aspects of life. This philosophy is particularly relevant to setting and achieving goals, where finding equilibrium between ambition and realism is key. When we aim too high without consideration of feasibility, we risk burnout and frustration. Conversely, setting goals that are too modest can stifle growth and potential. Striking a balance allows us to pursue meaningful progress without losing sight of our capacity and well-being. The story of the mountain climber offers a profound illustration of this principle. A climber, determined to reach the summit, grew disheartened by the slow progress of his ascent. Frustrated, he felt as though he was failing, unable to see the value in his efforts. A monk, observing the climber's struggle, gently advised him, "Celebrate each step, for it brings you closer to the peak." This simple yet profound guidance reframed the climber's perspective, encouraging him to appreciate the incremental progress he was making rather than focusing solely on the distant goal. Each step, no matter how small, was a victory that brought him closer to his ultimate aim. This story reminds us that success is often a journey of gradual, consistent efforts rather than a single, monumental leap. Applying this principle to our own lives begins with breaking large goals into smaller, manageable steps. A seemingly overwhelming objective becomes more attainable when divided into actionable tasks. This approach not only reduces stress but also provides a clearer roadmap for progress. For instance, if someone aspires to write a book, the task might initially seem daunting. However, by setting smaller milestones, such as drafting an outline, completing a chapter, or editing a specific section, the goal becomes less intimidating and more achievable. Each completed step serves as both progress toward the larger goal and a source of motivation to continue. Celebrating milestones is another essential practice that aligns with the middle path. Recognizing and appreciating each achievement, no matter how small, helps sustain motivation and build momentum. These moments of acknowledgement serve as reminders of the progress made, reinforcing the value of consistent effort. Moreover, celebrating milestones fosters a positive mindset, transforming the process of goal pursuit into an enjoyable and rewarding experience rather than a stressful or burdensome one. Balancing ambition and realism also involves maintaining flexibility and self-compassion. Life is unpredictable, and even the most well-constructed plans may encounter obstacles or delays. Embracing the middle path means allowing room for adjustments and understanding that setbacks are a natural part of growth. When progress slows or challenges arise, it is essential to reflect on the journey thus far, reassess priorities, and adapt strategies as needed. This adaptive approach prevents discouragement and keeps the focus on long-term success. Additionally, the middle path encourages us to find fulfillment not only in reaching the destination but also in the journey itself. By remaining present and mindful throughout the process, we can derive satisfaction from the effort and learning that each step entails. This perspective shifts the emphasis from a singular end result to a holistic experience of growth, resilience, and self-discovery. As a result, the pursuit of goals becomes a balanced and enriching endeavor rather than a source of undue stress or pressure. Ultimately, integrating the middle path into goal setting enables us to approach our aspirations with clarity, patience, and balance. By breaking goals into manageable steps, celebrating milestones, and remaining flexible in the face of challenges, we cultivate a sustainable path to success. This approach not only helps us achieve our objectives, but also enriches our lives with a sense of purpose and fulfillment, reinforcing the idea that progress is as valuable as the outcome itself. Through small, steady efforts, we create a foundation for lasting achievements and a harmonious approach to growth. Step 7. Do what brings you joy. Engaging in activities that align with your values and bring genuine happiness is a fundamental way to nourish the soul. Buddhism highlights the importance of mindful living, encouraging individuals to make choices that uplift their spirits and inspire their hearts. By dedicating time to what truly brings joy, we cultivate inner peace and satisfaction, fostering a life that feels both meaningful and fulfilling. This approach is not about external achievements or societal expectations, but about connecting with our deepest sources of contentment. The story of the painter illustrates this beautifully. The artist, devoted to painting, did not seek fame, wealth, or recognition. Instead, they found pure joy in the act of creation itself. Their art was a reflection of their inner world, and the process of painting became a meditative and fulfilling experience. When the Buddha observed this, he praised the painter's approach, saying, "True happiness lies in doing what brings peace to the heart." This story serves as a reminder that happiness is often found not in the outcome of our actions, but in the process of engaging with what resonates deeply within us. To integrate this principle into daily life, it is essential to identify the activities that bring us joy. These pursuits do not need to be grand or elaborate. They can be as simple as painting, cooking, gardening, reading, or spending time in nature. What matters is that these activities align with our authentic selves and provide a sense of calm, inspiration, or exhilaration. By consciously making time for these pursuits, we create space in our lives for moments of genuine happiness. Mindful engagement in joyful activities is crucial. When we fully immerse ourselves in what we love, without distractions or concerns about results, we experience the present moment in its entirety. This state of flow, where time seems to stand still and our attention is fully absorbed, is deeply fulfilling and rejuvenating. For example, a person who loves cooking might find joy not just in the final dish, but in the process of chopping, mixing, and experimenting with flavors. Similarly, a nature enthusiast might feel a profound connection while walking in the woods, listening to the rustle of leaves and the chirping of birds. Making time for joyful activities is not an indulgence but a necessity for overall well-being. In a fast-paced world driven by productivity and external validation, it is easy to neglect what truly brings us happiness. However, prioritizing these moments of joy strengthens our resilience and enhances our capacity to face challenges. They serve as a counterbalance to stress, grounding us and reminding us of life's beauty and simplicity. Creating a list of joyful activities is a practical way to ensure that we regularly engage in them. This list serves as a personal inventory of what uplifts us, making it easier to incorporate these moments into our routine. For instance, someone who finds joy in painting can set aside a specific time each week to explore their creativity. Similarly, those who enjoy spending time in nature might schedule regular hikes or visits to a nearby park. The act of planning and committing to these activities underscores their importance in our lives, transforming them from occasional indulgences into integral aspects of our well-being. Additionally, choosing activities that align with our values deepens their impact. When our actions reflect what we truly believe in, they become more meaningful and rewarding. For example, someone who values environmental conservation might find joy in volunteering for cleanup drives or planting trees. These activities not only bring personal satisfaction but also contribute to a larger purpose, enhancing the sense of fulfillment they provide. Ultimately, doing what brings us joy is a practice of self-care and self-discovery. It reconnects us with our inner selves, reminding us of who we are beyond our roles and responsibilities. By mindfully engaging in activities that nourish the soul, we create a life filled with peace, inspiration, and happiness. This approach aligns with the Buddhist emphasis on mindful living, allowing us to cultivate a deep and lasting sense of contentment in every moment. Staying calm and positive in life is a journey that requires consistent effort and self-reflection. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, self-compassion, and other Buddhist principles, we cultivate a mindset that transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. Remember, every step you take towards positivity creates ripples of peace, not just within you but in the world around you. Embrace these teachings and walk the path to a harmonious and fulfilling life. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into Buddhist philosophy and practical wisdom for daily life. Let us know in the comments which practice resonated most with you.